I think maybe I've been avoiding this. I'm not really sure exactly what it is I'm avoiding, but I definitely feel like every time I've spoken to the camera, I feel like I put on a mask per se, or like I don't know, I don't really, and it doesn't really feel authentic. And I know that's because I haven't really done this a lot. I'm still very new to this, even though I've been doing this on and off for a little while, but so I have a bit of imposter syndrome in a way, because I feel like I shouldn't be doing this, because why? Why would I do this? I really like making these videos, and I don't really know what they are. I don't really know what they're about, but I've been making stupid little movies since I was a kid, and it's something I love and find a lot of self-expression out of, and a lot of my creativity comes from these stupid little movies in my head that I procrastinate on and don't put them out into the world, and sort of psych myself out of it in a way, because I don't feel like I am enough to do it or like there's already so many millions of people doing this, so why should I? And you know how it is. But in saying that, I love this, and I love seeing what I can do with this in terms of creativity, and I'd like to continue doing this thing and making these silly little videos just for the sake of making silly little videos. So I feel like, in a way though, I need to come at this with a different approach, because right now all of the footage that you're probably seen or will see from my travels is kind of just me speaking at you. I'm not a travel guide, I'm not a travel influencer, I'm not telling you where the places you should go. I'm trying to show my experience, but I'm not really showing you my experience. I'm kind of just telling you what I did, and I don't really like that. So I'm going to be a little bit more vulnerable on the internet. Yeah, I am in Mallorca, Spain, in one of the Balearic Islands, and I got here yesterday. I actually got to Palma de Mallorca yesterday, so the city of Mallorca, and as soon as we touched down in Mallorca, I had this overwhelming sense of, holy shit, I'm finally here. I felt really quite overwhelmed with emotion and didn't really know what to feel. And then I got in the bus, which took me half an hour to get to my hostel, and my hostel was beautiful, and the whole bus ride I could not stop smiling from ear to ear. I think people were looking at me like, what the fuck is this chick smiling about? But I had my big backpack and my smaller backpack, and I was exhausted and still feeling very dissociated. I feel like I'm not really here. I feel like I'm in this weird place of everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Not really present is what I'm trying to say. But as I got off the bus from my bus stop to walk to my hostel, it was obviously school time was finishing, and there was floods of kids walking towards me with their parents, and we were walking in the opposite direction and speaking beautiful, amazing Spanish, and I just like felt like crying because their nature was so kind and sweet, and it just felt very warm and welcoming. And I walked to my hostel and went into my room and had a little bit of a cry and called my cousins, and yeah, it was just really beautiful. I think why I'm sharing this is because it kind of articulates my whole reason in a way of going on this big solo trip, which I've never done before. Yeah, I still don't quite know what my intentions are, but I feel like they're not really anything specific. It's more so that I had this ginormous pull and knowing that I needed to come to Spain. I'm not sure why. I've just arrived here and I feel really held. It feels really warm, and it's very, very safe here in Mallorca, and I've never felt that safe walking around by myself alone at night ever, anywhere in this whole planet. And it feels really, really safe, and I'm not sure if that's everyone's experience, but that definitely felt like my experience last night, so that's amazing. Anyway, I have, like I said, this very overwhelming pull to come to Spain, and I'm not sure what to do. I'm just here to experience whatever it is that the universe has invited me to experience. And I would love to document all of the magic that I come across. And when I say magic, I mean the ups and the downs and everything in between. But yeah, it's also kind of the scariest thing I've done as of recently, because I'm also at the end of, I'm a year out of my degree. I finished my degree last year in a field that I wanted to study since I was very, very small. Since I was 4 years old, I always knew that I wanted to learn and be around the ocean. And now that I'm out of my degree a year and I still don't have a job in my field, and I've just spent the whole last year working 2-3 jobs at a time, saving up my money to come on this big trip, and to not have a reason to go feels very scary. And I know there's people at home who are questioning maybe my intentions for this trip. I know I spoke to one of my friends recently, and she's like, she asked me, she's like, so what is it that you're looking for in Spain? What is it that you're looking for on this big trip? And it was a great question, but there wasn't really an answer. There wasn't really like, I'm going to find myself. And it wasn't going to find anything else. It's just like, I just know. So I've got goosebumps now. I just know that I need to come. I just know that I need to come here and experience whatever it is I'm meant to experience. And if that's nothing more than the beautiful oceans and some moments of deep solitude, that's more than enough for me. And expensive solitude and beaches, but what an experience. I don't have any expectations. I don't have any, boxes that I want to tick. I don't even have that many plans to go see things. Obviously, there's so much beautiful architecture and natural environments and walks and hikes and the beaches. Everything is so beautiful and I want to go see those things. But I'm also doing a lot of the things that I do at home. Like in Athens, I went climbing a couple of times and walked around the streets and, had my tea and all of these silly things that I do at home, I am doing here. I don't know if that's in a sense to ground myself, or it's because I really deeply enjoy and love those things and I'm passionate about those things, and that's what I also want to experience. I guess that's a huge part of it, is kind of at this end of a degree and not really knowing where I'm going in the future with my life and career and all of the rest of the things. I think maybe for me this is about connecting back to my creativity and really what brings out a lot of energy and a lot of passion within me, because I feel like maybe that is changing for me. So yeah, maybe it's that. So on that vulnerable note, I'm in Sjot, I think it's called. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. I'm sorry for stuffing that up. I'm in Sjot along the east coast of Mallorca, and I have my own little Airbnb, which is so nice. I think my previous self really did a great job of intentionally making sure I have some time alone. Although my hostels have been great. I'm excited I've bought some girl dinner, like cheese and crackers and tomato. So I'm going to have that. I'm going to have that on the beach. And yeah, that's really all my intentions for the rest of the day. It's 5:44. I'm hoping to watch the sunset and go to the beach tomorrow. And I've got one activity planned for myself the day after. So yeah, that's me. Welcome to Mallorca. I guess I'll chat to you soon.